Unlike Marxist-Communist philosophy and ideology, the essence of which is the involution of human self-consciousness to the level of animal consciousness, the ideology of nationalism is the first evolutionary step from animal consciousness to the level of semi-animal and semi-human self-consciousness, as a kind of biologically individual entity, which is a specific gender. During the period of the totalitarian system in the USSR, with the presence of one absolute leader who was a latent, refined, active homosexual, effectively zombifying the entire female population of the country. The sexual energy of all women was directed toward this domineering leader. So, during the collapse of the USSR and the transformation of Marxist-Communist philosophy and ideology into social nationalism, can be explained by the fact that former communist functionaries and local leaders were forced to share absolute power with the emerging proponents of nationalist ideology. This shift allowed the repressed gender identity to undergo a catharsis in a hypertrophied psychopathological form. So gender itself is absolutized and manifests itself in over-exaltation, the source of which is one's familial space, sister or female cousin, mother or stepmother, or the person's own child, a girl, or a sister's child, a girl. So the ever-increasing fear of death of the former zombified Soviet android during the reign of the communist power leader is hyper-exalted in a perverted familial form, becomes a desire to live forever and infinitely by breeding a familial clan as an animal species or a biological individual male. This motivation gives rise to such a form of semi-animal and semi-human self-consciousness as occultism, the beginning of anthropogenesis and pagan religions. Unlike Marxist-Communist philosophy and ideology, where the absolute is seen as a will, that is, a thought form, occultism as an idea of eternal and infinite life, of such an entity as the male gender, adds a sensual familial substance. That is, what distinguishes it from the Marxist-Communist refined homosexuality is that there are signs of hermaphroditism in the brother-sister phenomenon, and thus a further adequate evolutionary sexual self-identification. Occultism gives birth to such phenomena as sadism and masochism,